morning. Hope everyone is having a fantastic morning. I hope you're all finding your way at your passion. There's nothing like starting a Saturday early. I was here tonight. I'm here again. There's nothing like being in the gym. Yesterday, I asked the question, at 18, what did you think your profession would be? What was your dream job? I saw this movie, Wall Street, and I thought, wow, that looks amazing. That's the way to go. Whether it was a stock, bonds trader, whether it was a trader that would come in, buy these companies, and then break them up, that looked wild. To be able to do something like that. But it's funny how you think you're going to do all these things, and you look back, you get to see that the universe was like tapping you on the shoulder, telling you that's not really where you want to be at. And I think too, when I was even younger, and I used to play in my backyard, polishing my Schwinn. I had one of those yellow ones with a banana, I forget what you call it, it had a banana seed on it. And I used to spend every waking moment polishing and cleaning it. I wanted to have it as if it was the most beautiful bike in the world. Never could I have imagined that one day I would be doing something called detailing a car. Another thing that I would love to do, there was always a car in my backyard. I found that I really enjoyed tearing that thing apart and then trying to put it back together. Sometimes there were a lot of leftover parts. Things didn't work right until I figured it out. Another one of my passion was working with wood. Building things out of wood, anything out of wood. Now at 64, I look back and I think it's funny how those three things line up. Many years in the future, those things lined up when I reconditioned my first Rolls Royce. My dad had done it forever, but when he retired, that kind of all died away. But sooner or later, I knew I was going to be confronted because of my dad. Somebody from the past would say, hey, can you help me out with this car? And that combines all of the skills that I'm talking about. Those rolls have wood, leather upholstery, and tons of chrome. It takes those three skills to create that car. How did that all line up? Yet when I take it back to the break I took from being around my dad's shop, going to college and working in the afternoons at that accounting firm, that opened up a whole new world that I never thought I'd be part of. Working in an office, that picture I took yesterday of that conference room took me back to what I used to think was the ultimate thing I could do in life. Work in a skyscraper and be the head of that conference room. Telling all my traders, being head of a department, you buy this. Sorry for the disconnection. Something in the way. Each of you have your own journey, and when you look back, you think, wow, how did I get here? The road that took you to this place. There are other people that, when they took the first one, the corporate route, they ignored the universe tapping them in the back saying, no, that's not your true love or your passion. Now after you've taken care of everyone and you have some time for yourself, you start thinking, what were my passions and love when I was a little kid? What did I want to do really mean? Not what I need to do for a family, not what I need to do for society, me. And it's cool to now be able to do that. That's the new adventure that you're going to go on. You'll find that you'll never have a boring day in life. Each day is different. You never know what's on the other side of that door. When you get up in the morning, you have what's on the other side. That was one of the first hurdles that I had to make when I jumped in to being self-employed. How do you get customers? How do you handle the stress of not knowing tomorrow? How this bill, how your rent, your bills, your mortgage, your car payment, your insurance. How do you get that all done? That was the hurdle that I didn't know how to overcome. I'll never forget it. I mentioned in a quick short that I did yesterday that I temporarily worked at a sort of like an office that was an incubator for small companies, startups. And that's where all those businesses, I was like in the mailroom department. So I have to stop in, hand them their mailroom or take anything they needed to go to the post office. And I got to know them, and I kept asking them, how do you overcome that? That's the hardest part. When you're starting from scratch, you have no idea how to step out that door on your own. And they told me, it sounds crazy, just do it. Don't even think twice. The more you think about it, you're not going to do it. At the time I was 22, 24, I'm there. That's the time to get something like this done. Try it. And with their encouragement, I went for it. Didn't work out, but it's a stepping stone that I use later on. Why don't you share? You tell me, what was your dream in life? Think back to when you were young. What did you think you were going to end up doing? Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a great start to your Saturday. As usual, I'm gonna send McDonald's an email and say, hey guys, I promote your coffee so much. You need to give me a lifetime supply. It's funny for me, I never thought this is where, as much as I grew up around the automotive industry, I never thought that what I would end up doing. I thought it was going to be something else. When I worked at those offices, it opens up a completely new world. A world that I didn't know was out there. That's the cool part, being exposed to different environments. 5 try as many minutes to do, make that decision that you may not be happy with. There's always time to change it. So we take our and it's funny how now I look back and every day when I work on these cars, it's like I was that 15-year-old playing in the backyard of my parents' home, polishing and cleaning that bike to make it the most beautiful Schwinn in the world. The same thing. Yesterday when I was working on that Corvette, that's exactly what came to my mind. In fact, when I tear the spokes off, make sure that every spoke is perfectly clean and then put it back on. Tear all the handlebars, all the bearings, make sure they're perfectly greased. They didn't need to be greased, but I still took them apart and put them back together. I wanted to have the cleanest Schwinn I made. It's funny how all of that comes together as you grow up. Things that you thought were not important become important. It's weird how the universe touches you, tells you this is the direction you should go, and sometimes we listen. But no, I want to try this. I want to try that. It's pretty cool how the universe to get some kind of exercise in. Even if you don't like working out, get out, walk around, do something, move around. As we get older, it's even more important than ever. I love being here. I wish there was a little corner where I could take a nap and then work out again for another 6-8 hours. That'd be cool. To spend my days working out. I wanted to do a quick live. I've got to get back to those projects, finish up this workout, get back to the projects. And I want to leave you with the thought, think back to when you were 18 or younger. Where did you think you could end up? Did you get there? Was it what you thought? Or is it time now, after you've taken care of everyone, to finally do your own thing? That would be incredible for you to take that first step and see what you missed out on. See if your passion really makes you happy. Have a fantastic rest of the day. I'm going to finish this workout, get back to work. Thank you for those of you who joined me. Hope you have a fantastic day. Until next time, this is Jesse.